So we all know there's difficulties in getting a urinalysis test from the people we're concerned about, whether it be falsifying it through various methods, contaminating it, or just by not wanting to give the sample and having excuses on why they can't give a sample. And a lot of times that's because someone has to watch them give the sample. It's a bit nerve-wracking, right? And there's a loss of dignity there. But what we've been able to develop is a program in which it addresses those things. One, giving back the dignity of not having to watch the person give a urinalysis sample. Two, being able to differentiate if the person is giving us their urinalysis sample or it being someone else's. And three, if there's any contaminants or has been watered down or by some other method it's falsified, we can tell why that is and how that happened. And so because of those things, we feel very strongly that this is one of the best urinalysis testing programs that we've seen and that we're a part of. And what we also are able to do is add another component on understanding what the test results mean. And we'll talk about that a little later. Knowing that there's a method in which you will know for sure what your loved one is ingesting and what to be looking for because they've ingested those things is the beginning of being able to address the problem. So our urinalysis program has a component that allows for us never to have to watch the person give a sample. And that component is DNA. So what happens is on the first testing that comes out to your loved one's residence, they're able to swab their cheek and also give a urine sample and be watched at that moment giving the cheek swab, but not even needing to watch them ever give a sample. So they put those two things together and they send them into the lab. And the lab now has a file of what the DNA should be in the urine from the cheek swab from there on out. And so now everything can be done remotely. Wherever the person's at, a test can be shipped to them. And when it's brought back to the lab can verify that it is their urine, that it does not have contaminants in it or anything that would allow it to give a false positive or a false negative. That 100+ panel test is able to catch all the new things that are coming into the society as far as synthetic drugs or drugs that are being changed molecule by molecule to try to outpace the testing, right? So it's living in a way where it captures what is happening in society and is able to address those things. So we find that the families that are right for this program are everyone. If you really want to know what's happening with the person of concern, who you're concerned with in your family, and any kind of support is predicated on that, then the UA program that we provide is for you. But also, sometimes a family might want to monitor someone who travels abroad or who is a salesman who travels from state to state and isn't always in the same location. Those tests can be either brought with them and mailed at their local UPS into the testing site, into our lab, or if they run out of tests, one can be mailed to them overnight and they will have that so that there will be some accountability wherever they go.